All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Grow Your Clients' Businesses with Personalization, now easier than ever on Magento. My name is Cameron McQueen, and I'm leading our business development initiatives in North America here at Nosto. I just want to start off by quickly thanking everyone for joining us today. Thanks to our existing partners for your continued support and feedback, and to anyone new for joining, we appreciate your interest in personalization and Nosto, and we hope that we can answer any questions that you may have. We're delighted to be spending a little time with you this afternoon to discuss a red hot topic in our opinions and how much personalization and how much your clients can leverage it to not only grow their businesses, but to provide a much more engaged and relevant shopping experience for their customers on Magento. I would like to introduce to you my colleague Jan Sorensen, our head of customer success and e-commerce specialist here at Nosto. Jan, along with myself, is helping out with our new expansion to the United States and New York, which we're very excited about. Collectively, we've just surpassed our 7,000th store at Nosto, and we've seen a great demand from our US client base that we're extremely happy to support and be a part of. Jan has been focused on ongoing technical support and optimization, e-commerce consulting, and essentially getting over 1,000 stores live across several platforms and different verticals and geographies with best practices towards personalization. Previous to Nosto, Jan has extensive experience in B2B and B2C e-commerce management, so he has excellent knowledge into what subtle improvements you can make to your store to see an effective increase in user experience, conversion, and retention. So just to begin before I hand over to Jan to frame this presentation, Jan will dive into how personalization can create an enhanced and engaged shopping experience that will delight customers and, mutually important to you, impact the retailer's performance. Then Jan will run you through some live examples with the Magento app, discuss the state of personalization and our roadmap here at Nosto, and then we're happy to open the floor and answer any questions that you may have. Jan, I'll let you take it from here.
Okay, I think now we're good. So let's continue here a little bit on this slide. Quick introduction. Obviously, personalization super hot topic even today and in the coming years. As I said, I think we don't need to sell you on the topic of personalization. If we just have a look here, just a quick glance. You can see that even the mainstream media like Forbes is covering it, in addition to obviously the industry newsletters. And yeah, if you look at kind of the feedback from customers, I think 2/3 of consumers really appreciate and kind of desire brands that personalize their messages and offers. And it is frustrating for most consumers if you don't offer personalized and relevant products. And obviously we see that as well in the impact we're having with our clients. So yeah, quick overview over the agenda. So I want to introduce the company to those agencies that are new to Nosto. We're going to keep that brief. We really want to highlight what we have done with Magento and our Magento extension, which is really kind of a kick-ass way to get started with personalization and super easy. And then also kind of highlight what we have in store for you guys and the state of personalization. So let's get going. Quick glance on the company and the founders. I think it's a pretty cool founding story. So actually the founder of the company, Juha, has an extensive background as a store owner. So he had a couple of stores, both offline and online, and was really struggling to find a tool, online marketing tool that was easy to use and to personalize his store experience. At the same time, our CTO was developing e-commerce platforms. So, and they came together to found Nosto. So we do have both kind of the tech background and the DNA of merchants in-house here. Yeah, and so far, pretty cool traction, growing rapidly, 47 employees. We're trying to keep that at a 50-50 split between developers and kind of operations sales. And now present across the globe, so New York, London, Berlin. So really exciting times here at Nosto. Cool. Yeah, and maybe one word on kind of the personalization made easy, which is our new kind of promise of this brand, and which we are delivering on here with Magento. So we're one of the 15 kind of only gold technology partners worldwide, and obviously for us, super important platform as it caters kind of to our target audience. And yeah, maybe quite quick glance here. You know, some of those household brands like Volcom in the US, Christ here in continental Europe. So really working across the globe with household brands. Cool. So let's dive into what we do and what we've done with Magento. I think it's a very exciting development, especially for those who have seen us grow. So let's get going. You know more or less what we do, but I want to kind of keep you guys up to date. So core pillar of what we do is personalized product recommendations. So pretty much everything you know from the big guys from Amazon, so cross-sell, upsell, recommendations tailored to you. So in total, kind of the 40 recommendation types you can customize. All powered obviously by our team of machine learning experts. So there's some real muscle behind it. Our second pillar right now is trigger-based emails. So it could be, for example, the abandoned cart emails, a we miss you email to retarget dormant customers, which are always personalized. And then obviously something we're kind of very proud to announce here as well, our behavioral pop-ups. So that's anything you can trigger based on the consumer's behavior on site. So whether he's a new customer or about to exit, so we can use those information and data points to try to save the customer or upsell the customer in specific ways. So yeah, I kind of want to jump right into our extension. So not to stick too much to those slides here. So I've just opened up here our Magento panel, which you guys should be familiar with. And I really want to show you how easy it is with our new app to get going. So I'm actually going to set up a new account right here, and hope that everything goes smoothly, but it usually does. And so we're fully integrated now with Magento. It's a native extension. So in essence, nowadays you don't have to leave the Magento admin panel to set up recommendations with Nosto. That's kind of one of the big changes that we've made in the past. So as you've seen, I've actually now set up a brand new account with Nosto, getting my 14-day free trial. And here we actually already start doing really new stuff compared to what we've done in the past. So we're already now pulling out existing data from Magento. We're analyzing all the behavioral data that's stored in Magento to kind of combat this so-called cold start problem. And we're almost good to go. It's really as simple as 1, 2, 3. So from a technical standpoint, all the recommendations are placed on the site. The JavaScript is running, so we're tracking consumers on the site. So more or less, the kind of work involved is really, I would say, back to style work, design work. So if I wanted to kind of see the recommendations here that we've placed on the website, I would have a kind of overview here. Can easily turn these on and off as I see fit. And then in the second step, making sure that these recommendations line up with your overall design of the site. Yeah, and once you feel you're confident, you can always kind of preview what has been put onto the site. So this is only kind of a test environment. So you can see here we've injected the divs here into, for example, the category page. If we continue on, we're here on the product detail page. So all of this is already now running. There's no need to go into the page templates of Magento. There's no need to kind of rearrange them if you're using kind of non-customized theme, and you're just good to go. And as you can see here in the preview, it's already giving me somewhat kind of, relevant advice, and it's just going to get better, obviously, with real behavioral data. So we've really kind of split this up nowadays into two parts, and I think that's also where the agency and you can come in. The implementation, very, very easy. You have the choice to turn on and off recommendations right from the Magento backend here. But for you guys, for the agencies, the possibility to really take this one step further. Just need to log in here again. Here we go. And obviously have that in English. So everyone who's worked with Nosto knows this, mynosto.com. So this still gives you the full possibility to set up recommendations in a way where you can really filter based on specific use cases. And that's actually what I really want to highlight now. And let's assume 4 or 5 kind of business use cases to get started. I think the first one I wanted to highlight, if we're looking at one of our brands, this is the Iconic. They have very strict rules from their merchandisers what brands they can show on a website. And for example, a brand might say that they want to only show the same brand in the cross-sell element. That's kind of a standard use case. So it's really as easy as going in here, logging in, checking out the product page, and then really setting up here a category or brand filter, and you're good to go. It will only show the same brand as displayed on the product detail page. Let's assume as a second case, Black Friday, you want to highlight only red prices, so discounted stuff. Make sure that customers who land on your page see the discounted items right away, not showing too much, let's say overpriced items. Again, it's super simple to come in here, find the right recommendation slot or widget as we call them, and then kind of making sure you're only showing those discounts. So we're really trying to build Nosto in a way that it serves the merchandiser or the marketing department heavily in this way. Good. Next. I think one use case I wanted to highlight as well is something we're doing nowadays on the front page when we talk about growing a customer's a business. Something pretty nice, I think, especially looking into the CTR on the front page, is kind of a live ticker, which can also be personalized, but highlighting what is happening on the page right now. This is one of our Swedish stores, keeps it super interactive and alive. And that's something you can, again, set up with Nosto in a heartbeat. This one has really great CTR. Cool. These are kind of the use cases you can kind of cover, but it goes just further. Whatever your strategy is, whether it's highlighting certain brands, supporting your season switch from winter to summer, you can use Nosto as a campaign tool to support what you're doing at any moment's notice. So really come up to us. We're happy to hear about your use cases anytime. So jumping back here to my keynote, really wanted to highlight how easy it is to set up and how easy it is as an ongoing management tool. So native Magento integration, there you go. One-click install, best practice recommendation setup for you. But then also a couple of new points that I really want to highlight that are happening kind of under the hood. And one of those is what we call Elasticsearch, which is kind of a really neat technology. What Elasticsearch basically does, it's a new kind of recommendation type, which is integrated with our Magento app. It reads all your product titles, it reads your brand, it reads your product descriptions. And what it will actually do is find these subset of products that are kind of a unique cohort. And I've kind of found this example here, dresses. So if there's a product description that has, let's say, the name flowery in it, or minimal, or party dress, it will find within your product description or title products that are very similar based on these words, and can basically serve recommendations based on that. That's again something that happens under the hood that you cannot directly see, but it helps us to combat kind of this cold start problem, which more or less means we have to wait until we have behavioral data. So a lot of stuff happening here under the hood. Obviously, interestingly enough, although this is super kind of high tech stuff, we still see that behavioral-based recommendations are still the ones to go. Cool. So this is what we wanted to highlight, kind of the state that's happening right now, and then maybe also give you a little bit of an impression of what's ahead and what Nosto is doing to kind of serve that. Cool. So I think one of the big trends, obviously, this has been around for a little while, but still just continuing to rise through the ranks, is e-commerce shopping happening obviously across devices. That's not necessarily a new thing, but I think the technology is now able to kind of catch up and serve that behavior. So when, let's say, a customer is shopping on his iPad and he wants to continue shopping on his desktop computer and convert there, I think the aim here is to make it as seamless as possible. And we're really happy to announce that obviously you can make that happen with Nosto. So I think especially for agencies like yourself, this could be one of those step 2 Nosto things you can kind of sell as an add-on, or kind of serve as to increase recommendations and make it better. So the way we basically do is match an ID that you send to us in addition to the email. So technically speaking, it's sort of simple from your end. And the use case for that is pretty simple. So if a customer is browsing again on his iPad, we're going to show related recommendations once he jumps to his desktop, as an example. I think that's one of those really cool features that you should get going with as well. And that has, in addition, the kind of advantage that we also restore cookies, which is really cool. So if someone clears his cookies, we can restore it, and we're back to kind of serving him personalized recommendations. So yeah, make use of that. We can synchronize the devices, something you might think about in the future as kind of a step 2. Huge topic as well, everybody's talking about in personalization, is obviously the omnichannel, multi-channel approach. So the fact that personalization doesn't happen just on site or only on mobile, but it's really happening in so many touch points. And Nosto is here to kind of help you serve that need. I think when we talk to our, let's say, bigger merchants, we always try to outline that as a kind of three-step process. We start with really analyzing the on-site, because that's still, at least in the West, in terms of conversion, still biggest driver of revenue, making sure that we have a really tight personalization package in place. And that means kind of also covering some of those long tail pages, like confirmation page, tracking, site page, login area, and so on. And then really going the next steps. So what most of our clients are asking is to personalize newsletters. That could be accomplished with Nosto. Big topic is transaction emails. So whenever you, for example, get order confirmation email or order has been sent email, then we can use that actually to upsell the customer. And this continues obviously all the way to kind of offline CRM. So we're also obviously gonna have you covered at that point as well. So making sure we can tie together multiple data sources from offline, for example. Yeah, and one of those multi-touch points obviously is Facebook. So we're very happy to announce that we're going to be offering Facebook retargeting ads based on the Nosto intelligence, which we're really excited about. So please do approach us on this topic, and we're also going to reach out to you individually to onboard clients. So there's still a couple weeks out before we can start rolling out this feature to select merchants. But yeah, we're really excited to be able to offer that. And with that kind of question, whenever we add more and more channels to Nosto, obviously this topic comes up also, is this multi-channel consistency. So you want to kind of tie all these channels together in a way that makes sense. And one flow here that I've tried to illustrate is, for example, the following here. When you do Facebook customer acquisition with us, you could trigger a pop-up, a welcome pop-up just for that data, for that source, traffic source. So it's kind of a targeted greeting in a way. You'll land on a specific, channel-specific landing page, so that's already optimized as well. And in case the customer still bounces, then we can retarget him also with personalized recommendations. So I think that kind of keeps the cross-channel and omni-channel approach somewhat consistent as well. Cool. Yeah, this is kind of a brutal slide here, but just be aware that Nosto will also cover kind of other data sources and will become kind of a little bit more open to serving other channels, other apps through APIs. So I think some of the bigger agencies are kind of asking for it, and we'll be able to serve that in a coordinated manner. Good. I think I want to highlight maybe one or two more trends before we go into the Q&A. This is something we're trying to, or basically covering as well very soon, and we see this popping up a little bit more, which is more or less the topic of customer interaction with recommendations and with the website and in general. I picked up this example here from Zalando. It's like a European fashion store, really big. And they're kind of making these recommendations a little bit interactive, asking for example, if the customer really likes the brand, and this way I think you're kind of interacting with the customer, but you're also getting some kind of opt-in to kind of gather his behavioral data. So he's giving you the implicit go ahead to collect his data, but making it a little bit fun as well in the process. So I think the whole topic of both interaction but also transparency is going to be key to kind of get the customers on board. And if you look at Spotify, for example, it's the same way. It's all the recommendations are giving me kind of a hint why I'm being shown these cross-sell or recommendations here. Same with Netflix as well. So it's really a little bit more transparent as opposed to just fully running in the background. And I think that's going to be something we're going to see a little bit more happening in the future. And then obviously a big topic is simply adding more data points. So there's a ton more data points that you can add, both for recommendations, but also obviously for other marketing purposes. And I think most of you who have an Android phone know Google Now, which is kind of a really neat tool that uses these in the moment details like geolocation, and if you know that you're traveling, it's going to show you the best way to get to the airport and so on. So really using not just historical data, but trying to pull out as much data as you can for those in the moment improvements. I think that's something we're going to be seeing more and more about, and Nosto will have you covered on those as well. So I think these are the trends that we kind of wanted to highlight with the agencies. In addition to our app, obviously we're really proud about it. Please do approach us, obviously on the topic if you have any questions on the app or on best practices. But I think now I just want to open the floor to any questions you might have. So please do go ahead. And yeah, thank you for your attention. So I got the question from one of our attendees here, how the Facebook ads are going to look like. So maybe a couple points on those. I'm just going to zoom this in for you guys. So what Nosto will actually do is integrate with another tool that kind of is dedicated to serving Facebook ads, but it's going to be completely natively integrated into Nosto Dashboard. And you'll be able to do, let's say, two things. One is to do customer acquisition, so really drive new customers to your website. And the second, obviously, thing that we want to do is retargeting. So customers who either have abandoned their cart or who have been to the site, never purchased. So those we can retarget again on Facebook. Really seamlessly and using all the data that we have on him from the Nosto tracking that's running on your site. So do we ahead? Any questions, guys? Yeah, so we got another question here. If there's any case studies or references that we want to highlight. So we do have a dedicated case study site on nosto.com, but we'll be happy to kind of send you case studies for your vertical as well. So just let us know. So we got the question here, is it really as easy to install with the one click as I've demonstrated? So I really wanted to make sure that you see this firsthand. So I did just implement Nosto on a test Magento site, but I just did that live. So it wasn't kind of a demo, it was a live account setup. And it is that easy. So you just install Nosto, it places all the right containers on your site, pulls out the product information, adds the JavaScript, starts tracking your customers. So this is as easy as I just shown you. And we'll be happy to obviously also take this on a one-to-one basis. We can install this on your test account or on your live accounts anytime. So another question on how easy it is to customize recommendations. So we kind of wanted to highlight that as well here, logging into the MyDontKnowPerimeter.com dashboard. And setting up these rules are really super easy. So you have the filtering settings here. There's no need to code anything. You simply flip a switch and that new filter is gonna run on your site. The same with discounts, with brands, and so on. But there's still, and this is something I think for the agencies and partners really valuable, there's still ways to customize that even further. So as an example here, we could add any other attribute beyond the current ones visible here. So there's absolute room for kind of taking Nosto a step further, for sure. There was a question on amending the design of the recommendations. I very briefly touched on that, maybe a little bit too quickly. So there's the edit setting here in the Nosto app. And up here you have the look and feel of the recommendation template that's been built. And the one that we have running as kind of a standard template on your site is really, it's responsive. So it comes mobile compatible just from the get-go. And yeah, the easy settings that you can take and make, they happen here within the app. But for all other things, if you really want to customize, if you want to add a JavaScript carousel, for example, you're free to do that here in the more advanced settings. So again, something for a partner or an agency to sell as an add-on. So we see that quite often happening as kind of an upsell from you guys. So yeah, that was also one of the questions. How unique can the design be? It's fully customizable. So any design, any template, any carousels, swipe gesture enabled recommendations, anything you can come up with will run with Nosto. So it's not a closed system in any way. So there was still the question on pricing that we didn't kind of touch on as well. We do have quite a lot of existing clients here in the call, but also new clients. Nosto is fully performance-based, success-based pricing. So there's no such thing as a setup fee. There's no such thing as administration fees, minimum contract length, or anything like that. So the only way Nosto works is by checking what customers actually click and then buy within a 30-minute window. And I think that also sets us apart from the rest of the gang, where you have 24-hour session length, sometimes a week, which is quite heavy. So we really believe in this kind of no sale, no fee approach. So there's questions on existing merchants. Should they update to the new Magento extension? Depends. I would say if your setup is running smoothly, obviously you can do that. You will get access to kind of the new templates, the Elasticsearch feature. So really depends on you, but you can connect existing accounts. So that's possible. So you don't need to set up a new account. So what's the pricing on Facebook going to be like? The way it's going to be at the moment, you're going to set your budgets on the ad campaigns, and Nosto will take a 5% cut. I think that's the idea currently. So if you're spending $100, $5 will stick with Nosto and our partner. And the rest will just go to Facebook, to their, whatever bid and budgets you set up. Good. I think at this point, if there are no other questions, I mean, we're always here. Just speak to Cameron at Nosto, Jan at Nosto, anytime. So let's continue this conversation, and let's see how this goes.
Yeah, thank you everyone for attending. And we're actually going to follow up with emails to everyone who was in attendance. We just released our brand new pocket guide to personalization, which touches base in more general sense of best practices you can apply throughout the entire customer journey. And of course, we're happy to always go over a specific website or customer and give you our direct feedback as well. So thanks a lot for attending, and we're happy to speak with you anytime. So thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.